Let's bring in the spokesperson for the Citizens Alliance, Michelle Backus, and Republican strategist Luke Ball. Thank you both for coming on. Luke, to you first. I want to play some sound, kind of catching up on what Kevin had for us there, and Ashley as well. The FTC chairman, Andrew Ferguson, on fraud and fake businesses said the following.
Millions and millions of Americans pay into these programs every day, and they expect to get something out of it. And this fraud is just siphoning money that millions of Americans pay to fund their hospitals, to fund their daycare centers, into completely fake businesses. It isn't just unfair to all of us as taxpayers who pay for all of this. It's particularly unfair to the Americans who need this the most.
And of course, we're finding out, Luke, the big common denominator here is a lot of this, most of this fraud is in blue states. They love these social programs and love to pour money that's not accounted for into these programs.
In addition to that, we've seen reports that some of the fraud money could have gone overseas to terrorists. So when I debate leftists on this question, I ask them, shouldn't we know if our tax dollars are going to fund terrorists? Shouldn't we know if the money that was supposed to go to the Leering Center and pay for goldfish for our kids is going to pay for grenades for Al-Qaeda? I think there's a stark difference there, and I think they would rather turn a blind eye to any sort of the fraud rather than admit that the Democrats were the ones that turned a major blind eye to it.
Here's the Texas DHS showdown between Senator John Cornyn and Rep. Greg Kissinger. Watch.
Why don't you tell your Democrats to vote to pay these poor
Let's
people?
do it. Let's do it.
No,
Why don't
you do it.
No,
I've voted for it time and time again.
Let's go. Let's talk for a second, Senator.
No,
there's a bipartisan bill to fund just the TSA. Can we do that together?
Not acceptable.
Not acceptable to fund just the TSA.
How about all the terrorist attacks like we see down on 6th Street? You want those to continue? These people are keeping us safe.
Yeah, I mean, Cornyn's right, Michelle. This whole thing is this needs to end, not department after department. It needs to end all at once.
Yeah, I think everyone's sick of the political games. The Democrats banded together to shut down DHS to protest ICE, and President Trump actually said it today. He said the one thing about the Democrats is that they do stick together. We're seeing that right here as they continue to gaslight us as if this is out of their hands and they're not the ones at fault.
Yeah. Meantime, you had Ben Shapiro versus Ro Khanna. Here's the back and forth.
There was no imminent threat. Now there's a threat to the United States. We've created a threat.
I think that it's unbelievably short-sighted. Obviously, when you're talking about threats to America, you're not just talking about threats directly to the American homeland. You're talking about threats to American interests in the region, in Europe. I think what President Trump has done here, which is truly genius, is he has recognized that you don't wait until the threat is right upon you. You use targets of opportunity.
I mean, look, we all know that Iran has literally terrorized and killed Americans for decades.
Yeah, and Trump is the president of peace. He's the Abraham Accords president. America has the chance to be Muhammad Ali, to strike a couple of times and completely put Iran on its knees. We're not going to be the punching bag of the Middle East. We send troops on the ground, then we have another conversation, another discussion. But this is the Abraham Accords president, the one that promised peace, and I'm confident he's going to deliver it.
Yeah, here's what Common Sense was talking about here, this whole idea that, you know, you can go up and just, you can interfere with every arrest you want to because you feel emboldened. I want you to watch this, and then I'll get your comment, Michelle. Watch this video. I mean, a child rapist, Michelle, right? That's the whole thing is you got a child rapist. They're stopping from being arrested so he can be near an elementary school for 4 more weeks, right? That's just what they need in that school when you talk about trauma.
I don't even think these people know who they're protesting at this point. Look, we had a president that was asleep at the wheel for 4 years, letting in everyone into our country. And the thing about that as well, when you have people from other countries coming in, you're not getting their rap sheet. You're not getting their criminal history. So you have no idea who these people are that are coming into our country. And then you see these people blindly trying to defend criminals nonetheless. And it has to stop one way or another. I can't wrap my head around this. My biggest question, don't these people have anything better to do, Trace?
And the answer probably is no, which is kind of amazing. But if you did that, if you had cops that were arresting a bank robber on the side of and you went and interfered, you'd be in jail. But apparently ICE, you got no rules there. Michelle, Luke, thank you both.